This is a heavy fish.
Oh yeah, that's what we're after right there. Sweet. Out here in 27 feet. All right, guys, we're out on one of my favorite Brainerd Lakes area lakes. Guys, I just love underwater camera footage. And so I'm gonna get out here and see if we can find some of the big walleyes that we've caught in this lake over the past, I don't know, 8 years or so, and get some of those on camera. So I've got the AquaView HD 7i. Walleye have incredible eyesight in low light, and that is their competitive advantage over all of their prey. They can see better in low light conditions, and they're sensitive because their eyes are so sensitive. When it's bright out, they seek the deep parts of the lake, and they look to hide in shadows next to structure. You know, just like you don't want to sit out in the sun all day. Walleyes even more, and so they go deeper during the day to seek that shelter from the light, and so overcast days dim the light in general, and so they're more active during the day in overcast skies. And so if you're going to choose a day to fish walleyes, overcast is typically better than bright sunny skies. All right, I'm going to throw a drop shot rig down here, and that is where you just tie a hook directly to your line. I've got a fathead minnow on there, and then I've got about 18 inches of leader with a couple sinkers. You can throw whatever kind of weight down there, but what that does, when your sinkers hit the bottom, that keeps your bait about a foot and a half up off of the bottom, out of the weeds, right in line for the fish that are cruising right along the bottom looking for something to eat. Typically, if fish are hanging right on the bottom, they're dormant, they're not active. But if they're up a foot or two, those are the ones that are cruising looking for food. Right there, I know that's my strike zone, and I'll just pick it up and set the weight back down on the bottom. And I know my bait, my minnow, is sitting 18 inches above the bottom. Well, it's not the walleye that I was going after, but that's about the same size perch that comes out of our pond. That's probably going to go 8 inches. I'll let that guy go, but on the drop shot. Oh, shoot. Had to have been a pike. Had to have been a pike.
80% of the fish in a lake will inhabit about 20% of that lake, and finding that 20% is your key to success. Finding the weed line transition is your best bet in the Brainerd Lakes area. All species of fish can be found on the weed line because, as we see here, the variety of vegetation from the clouds of filamentous algae that grow around the previous year's decayed plants starts the food chain. The zooplankton algae bloom feeds the invertebrates, and the small fish fry come to feed on the invertebrates, and not far away are the predator walleye, pike, bass, etc. These underwater shots show this in action, so when you're fishing a new body of water, find the weed line transitions. Boat control is essential to staying over top of the fish. For you hunters out there, it's just like deer or turkey hunting. You set your blinds up at the transition of the open fields and the timber. This is the travel route, and it's the same for fish. Food and shelter are their priorities, and it's really helpful to see this firsthand under the water.
Oh, we got a big one here. Just out trolling the weed line after I marked him on the underwater camera. I think we might have a bass. Yeah. Ooh, this is a nice smallmouth. Goodness. Oh, that's a beauty. That's what I hope to grow in our pond here. How about that, guys? That's a nice fish. Heck yeah. All right, 16 and a half. That's not a monster, but that's a really nice fish. So guys, I want to show you one of my favorite ways to fish. Get a depth counter trolling reel. You get a Rapala, any kind, know what depth it dives to, and let it out so you're consistent. I've been throwing out 60 feet of line on this run and fishing the weed edge at 17 roughly, with weeds that pop up to 10 and 12. I know that this Rapala dives to 9 to 12 feet, and so I just troll this weed edge, throwing out 60 feet of line right now, and that way I know I'm consistent. And when you get bites at a certain depth, especially when you're fishing with multiple people, you can control all of their lines so you're not getting all tangled up. I cover more ground this way. You're always moving. It's like casting, except for you just have to hold the rod. You could spend all day doing this, as my wife could attest. Stay down, buddy. Don't be a pike. It's a pike. That's a pike. Man, that thing's gotten... Thing's got some bite marks. I don't know, maybe that's maybe that bit it and then another one came in and hit it. I'm not sure, but the way I like to hold pike is grab them right behind the gills. That way you keep your hands out of their mouth, because they've got razor sharp teeth. It's not really the pointy teeth, but it's the razors on the sides of their jaws. That's what cuts the line. Walleye's got teeth too, but I've never lost a walleye because it broke me off. Pike, it seems like every third one bites me off. It hasn't flopped one time by me holding it that way. And then you stick it back in the water. He's gone. Oh. Yeah, something came and hammered it. But I think it's either a pike. It's either a pike or a bass. Probably a bass. Holy smokes, guys, look at this crappie. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Holy smokes. Are you kidding me? This is my personal best crappie. That thing is a beast, and it just hammered. Look at this fish. This crappie has got to go 15. I mean, look at the mouth on that guy. Oh man, thank you, Lord. What a beaut. Right there. Fan the tail. I think it's gonna go just a pinch shy of 15. Look at that guy. Come on now. Come on now. Man, look at this multi-species day. 15-inch crappie. On a 12-foot diver, Rapala shad wrap. And that crappie came and pounded it. What an awesome ending. I gotta quit on that. Multi-species as I'm waiting for the boat ramp. Got this little largie. So we came out here looking for some weed walleyes. We got some on the underwater camera, and then we were able to boat a few fish, multi-species. We got a perch, we got a smallmouth, got a northern, got that monster crappie. Saw walleyes on the camera, didn't get a walleye in the boat, but I like to target walleyes at 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. They hammer the shad wraps at night. It's the easiest time to catch fish. It's not quite as convenient fishing in the middle of the night, but that's where I've had our best luck on walleyes. It's most efficient use of time. Thanks for joining us, guys. We will see you on the next one. God, thank you for this fish, for this day, for your son Jesus, and all that is good. Apart from you, we can do nothing.